Edye Edens here, joining you from KLF to talk about briefly a little more in-depth review of what FDA regulatory submissions look like for those of us doing research in the United States. And I don't just say that historically, I also say that as a current 2025 prediction of what they could look like, both because of pressing technology. We're seeing a lot of processes being augmented and assisted, frankly, in terms of efficiency as it relates to things like AI mechanisms and tools. But we're also seeing a significant change in the political atmosphere. So when we talk about FDA regulatory submissions, we're talking about, for example, investigational drug, investigational device. Those are probably the most common ones we know in clinical trials. And those are essentially applications that give you the right to try just that, an investigational drug or device in a clinical trial that's going to have humans in it. And of course, there's multiple phases. There's a significant amount of preclinical work that goes into this. There's also a significant amount of work in just writing these applications, as well as a lot of time and effort spent by FDA to review and triage these applications, to ask all the right questions, to know what points to press and when it's something that's experimentally promising versus experimental but possibly over a certain risk threshold. So this is an incredibly complicated process that definitely could benefit from a revamp, from efficiency. But having said that, we want to be really careful and strategic when we talk about that, because this is the most well-respected regulatory submission body in the world. So it's very important that we understand not only the safety mechanisms that come from doing these very difficult submissions and reviews, but also the global respect. And so I think my question to you is, one, how familiar are you with regulatory submissions? How often are you looking at someone like a KLF and saying, I just need to outsource this. This is too complicated. This is too difficult. I love to hear from those who are regularly doing these types of submissions. Where are you finding room for efficiency and improvement, whether that's AI and technology, or maybe you feel like the current administration is actually going to make a significant change there? And for those of you that have actually been on the reviewer side, I'd love to hear your thoughts as it relates to ways to use your time most meaningfully and efficiently, but also not deviating from safety concerns, because again, these are investigational drugs and devices that we're studying in humans. Please hit us up with your thoughts. KLF, Edye Edens.
Call, click, or email.